Right, so I'm recording, and I have got a few videos that I need to upload, but on this one that I'm recording now, basically I'm going to be reviewing something that came in the post about a week ago, and that is a brand new music system. Now, yes, I love music, people do know that, but we don't normally buy hi-fis and things anymore because we basically in our living room got a hi-fi set up, but we don't really use it hardly. If not at all, it's just there basically gathering dust. But we might sometimes use it, like if I wanted to play a CD on there, I might. But the reason for this blog is basically because I want to talk about a music centre that we bought. Now you're probably thinking, why buy one if you've got one that basically you don't use? Well, this is because it's different. It's actually a recordable system. So basically it means that it can record from record or tape to CD. It can also do it to USB as well. And I love it. My dad wanted one, and we were looking around them up. We were looking around online and things to basically see what would be the best ones. And I'm a bit skeptical sometimes of these machines because, you know, it's a bit like when you get a USB turntable that can go onto a laptop, which I've had before. You put them into the laptop and then you record basically songs from there onto basically a laptop. And the one I had last time was rubbish. I don't like some of the machines because they don't record stuff loud enough. Because we want music to be loud. An example is if I buy a CD in a shop, like I go out into the shop and I buy a brand new CD. Let's say I've gone into HMV and there's the brand new, now that's what I call a million album, or something like that. I know I'm going to get a good CD, I'm going to get a good quality CD, it's got a good sound on it, I can whack it onto my iPod, it's going to have a good sound on it, perfectly like that. And even when they re-release old albums and they do like digitally remasters, they really sometimes go to work on some of the re-released albums from way back when, whether it's a 60s album or a 70s album, you're guaranteed you're going to get a good sound quality piece of music out of it. And that's what I basically want when I buy a USB turntable or basically a music centre. I need to know that it's going to have good sound when it records to CD. And we have actually got on the hi-fi in the um, living room a recordable CD player which can actually record from record, but there's only one problem. Not the mixer, the amplifier, sadly, does play it from time to time. I always say it's a ghost, but it plays it from time to time. That it does actually go from you'll be listening to a CD and then all of a sudden it goes into something else mode like phono, or if you're playing a record and then all of a sudden it goes into CD. For some strange reason it does that, so it's not working well. So I can't record a record directly on the CD using that machine, as I would do, but I can't. Because I know that if I do that, basically, I might get halfway through the song and it suddenly cuts off. And then I have to press the button to push it back again. And your song's going to have, in the middle of it, something like 2 or 3 seconds silence, which isn't very good. But having looked around the internet, we found something on Amazon. Steepletone do a lovely little music centre, basically, as I said. And it is amazing. I think it is brilliant. It's very easy to record from a CD. I mean from a record, so record to CD. And that's what I've basically been doing. You do get you get a couple of free CDs with it, and one of the free CDs is a CD-RW. Now, there's a difference between a CD recordable disc and a CD rewritable disc. The difference is, one, you can do it time and time again. You can rewrite over it, basically. And they do that because it's basically testing for when you do it. Because you don't want to get a new machine and they give you a free CD and all you do, you put it in the machine, you record on it, you've made a mistake and you can't erase over it because you're thinking, I'm not getting no practice. So they give you the CD RW, and basically what it means is you can grab whatever you want. You don't have to record a whole CD's worth of music, because if you seriously wanted to do that, then fair enough. There's no point in it. There's no point in it, as far as I'm concerned. The best option is to say take 2 or 3 records and then learn the process of how to record on it, and you put them onto this CD RW disc, and then basically, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. You can erase that disc, start all over again, and just do it, and then you listen back. So I've done that, but I have actually used other discs now, the CD-R discs, and basically it's brilliant. I think it's a wonderful piece of kit. You don't just have to record on it, because it can be used just to play back CDs or tape or records. Even radios on there. I'm not quite sure you can record from the radio, but you can certainly do others. But one of the real good issues here, though, is that the records can be 78 as well. Because sometimes you'll get some machines where they only do 45s and 33 LPs and singles, and they forget about the 78. But you can actually get 78s on there, and it's brilliant. I think it's a nice piece of kit. So when you've got your old 78s lurking around and you want to transfer them onto a CD, you can do that. Basically, the only thing you got to do is you've got to have a timing thing with the recording process. I haven't worked out how to do a tape yet, and I haven't worked out how to do a USB thing, because you can actually put music just onto a USB stick, basically, because you get a free USB stick with it. And what you can do, you can put the USB stick in, record a track that goes directly to USB rather than onto a CD. I haven't tried that yet, but I'll get round to it eventually. But it's so easy. But like I said, the recording part from record to CD, you've got to have a timing thing. Basically, once you've got the CD in, it's all ready to go. You play the record, and as the record starts, you've got to press the play button. But you've got to sort of do it quick, because you might get a second or two off it if you don't time it right. But if you time it right, you can be perfectly in there, and the song can be recorded just the way it wants. There's a thing on the turntable where you can have it auto stop or not. Auto stop basically means it stops as you get to the end of the record, and basically, but sometimes it might stop just before the record's even finished. I suggest I do the other situation. It carries on playing, and it's perfect. And it's a wonderful way of getting some of your old vinyl records onto a CD. And I've been doing them. Not all of them, because we've got too many, but what I have been doing, I've been doing various soul ones and things like that, because they go well on my radio show and other records that I've got that I don't own on CD. I just want to put them onto CD. The idea is basically I'm using them as a way of saying, if I want to make a CD, that's what I'm doing it for. Because I do radio shows. I predominantly do a soul music radio show. Predominantly. So soul music will be there. But I do a mixed music radio show as well. And I find interesting stuff when I'm going around car boots and record fairs and things like that. So it's always something where I'm going to be able to say, I've got to get these records onto CD, and then I can play them out on my radio show. So anyway, I just wanted to share my review on a wonderful piece of kit. You know, the lovely music centre that we've got. It's Steepletone that do a lovely thing. It cost about 250 odd, 260 odd, or something like that pounds. So it's quite a good value for money, I think. And I'm going to enjoy going through my record collection and a few of my dad's records, basically, and creating my own CDs and covers and that, and make use of them on my radio show, specifically the soul ones, because as you may well know, I play all types of music on my soul show that represent soul music. So some of the obscure bands that you've probably never heard of that I might have on record, I can stick them on my on a CD that I make, and then play them on my radio show. So it's all good. Anyway, I'll leave it there because it's quite a long video. But until next time, bye for now.